What is up, my little baby internet land? Apologies, I've been gone for a minute. I had surgery. I had like a nerve taken out of my foot. I kept telling the guy if he would like to just take the toe, that's totally cool with me if I wake up without a toe. But he did not, so I guess, yay? I don't know. If this doesn't work out, you're taking the toe. But hopefully it'll work out. I'll think positively, right? Right. Okay, so some corrections to my last video. It was Fareed Zakaria and Princeton. Now, if you watched my last video, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about because, it was literally on a picture on the screen, a couple of times. But I still screwed it up. See, the problem here is if I let myself talk for too long without, a little bit of a break in between to kind of recenter my wonky brain, well, bad things happen, right? Okay. So, anyway, fun times. Screwed up some things on there, but, forward we press. Now, I want to talk about something that involves James Somerton, but y'all, it's not really about James Somerton, okay? It's not really about James Somerton at all. I would like to talk to all of the people who have PTSD, who maybe get a little bit triggered when certain, narcissistic type people do that thing where they use their life as a threat with you, right? Because I know I'm not the only person on the internet who was introduced to James Somerton by way of very quickly having a panic attack over Mr. James Somerton. When he did this thing the first time, right? I was pretty triggered from the very start. And I guess that was only 2 whole months ago? Anyway, he came out, he did his apology, he then released a tweet saying that he was going to be unaliving himself, and then proceeded to go dark on the internet. And I have this thing, right? It's hyper empathy. I have way too goddamn much empathy, right? And what happens is I could not give two craps. Have no care in the world for a person, but then when they tell me, by way of telling a large audience, they just tell the world that they're ending their life, my heart literally starts breaking for them. And I didn't know this dude from Adam, right? Or, I'm sorry, Archimedes. Was that the name? Anyway. Yeah, it just hurts my heart when another person, another human, can't live in this world, right? And yeah, that makes me a softie. I don't really care. I'm aware, totally get it. I'm a damn softie. That's fine. That's fine. But I know how sucky the world can be, right? And I also know that if you don't let yourself get taken in by the suck factor, and you can find a way past it, eventually, eventually things work out in the end, right? Okay? Like, there will always be a light at the end of that tunnel, even if that tunnel is really, really sucky and really, really long and lasts that whole, eternity of lifetime of working. I know, it sucks, okay? I get it. It sucks. But, like, it's also worth keeping your head down and powering through it, It's definitely worth that. Because at the end, the universe tends to unfold as it should. A very wise man, an Uncle Ruckus or something, once said that in a movie I watched very, very long time ago that took place at Princeton. But it's kind of true. Like, the universe tends to unfold as it should. If you're like a decent person, a decent human, you do right by your fellow humans. Sorry about that, guys. The universe tends to unfold as it should. You just gotta keep your head down and power through. And in that scene of the movie, in what I wish was like a relic of the past, our dear Uncle Ruckus was in jail reading a book because he had been caught by his local police, for being at his house reading a book while colored. But anyway, he was definitely aware that things can suck, right? But, like, ultimately, he had lived in a relatively nice house with his little silk PJs and his, many leather-bound books. And, yeah. So he may have put up with some inconveniences here and there, but he was a relatively good person. He ended up with a good life. So at least that's what I took away from that, 90-second scene from Roldan Kumar. Yeah. Anyway, I was stoned every single time I watched that movie, so if you're wanting me to remember exact details, I can't. But I remember that quote, goddammit, I do. Yeah, so, I guess this video was sponsored by me, because, I'm totally putting these 3 gals on Etsy, here in a little bit, and, aren't they pretty? So sparkly. Yes, anyway, putting those girls on Etsy. And I'm going to be putting the link in the description box, so you know. But yeah, if you were recently triggered by the actions of someone who you didn't even know from Adam a couple months back, guys, I'm sorry, but you're not alone. And the reason why it's taken so long for me to post this video is because it took me that long to formulate some thoughts that didn't also accompany some tears or something, slight panic attacky feelings, and I just didn't need that before surgery, right? So I did not record then. So I'm recording now in the post panic attacky phase, where I'm just wanting everybody to know that you're not alone. A lot of us felt ickiness after that whole situation unraveled. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry for whatever bit of life it was that left you feeling that way. So, yeah. Peace out, my lovelies.